Hey YouTube, Saint Frank here. This week's episode of Hobby Talk is kind of a little bit of a departure on normal subjects we usually talk about. This does have card related hobby parts to it, but a lot of it is just talking about this Disney Plus show Ahsoka. And I felt like I really, after this week's episode 5, I really wanted to do a video about this week. Okay, so the Disney Plus shows, they've been, some of them have been really good and some of them have been kind of, all right. But at some point, I am going to get back to doing my reviews of Star Wars. I did like the first 4 or 5 things that came out. I went back and started with episode 1 and did episode 2. I was trying to do them in chronological order. And then I did Attack of the Clones. And I had to go check, see if I actually got to do the Clone Wars one yet. I think I did the Clone Wars animated movie. And then I was going to do the animated show, Clone Wars. But with all these Disney Plus shows coming out, I need to get back into doing these reviews. And I know I'm not a professional movie reviewer. I'm just a guy that likes Star Wars. And I do have a lot of people who watch channel that like watching me open Star Wars boxes and stuff like that. And, I think people realize I'm not an actual movie reviewer or show reviewer. But I thought maybe you guys might like to hear my thoughts on the shows. But through 5 episodes of Ahsoka, man, I love this show. Now, as you can tell from the screen, I'm already a huge Ahsoka fan, and I've always liked the Ahsoka character. I thought she was a little annoying the first show that she debuted in, which was the Clone Wars animated movie. A bit irritating of a character, but I think as you watch the Clone Wars, she really grows on you, and you see the character develop. And I had kids at home at that time when that show was on, and they loved Clone Wars, and we all got to kind of enjoy the show together. So, and my daughter, she loves Star Wars now. I'm sure she enjoys the Ahsoka Tano character and could relate to her. It gave young people a character they could really relate to with Ahsoka Tano. And then in Rebels, she was great. I don't think we knew Ahsoka was in Rebels till well into the show. And of course, you had some epic episodes with Ahsoka in that show. She made a little appearance in The Mandalorian. Here's actually a card from her episode there in The Mandalorian. I was really happy to get that one in a break. It's the gold out of 50. Very cool. One of my all-time favorite Mandalorian episodes was the episode where we first got to see live-action Ahsoka. Rosario Dawson does awesome portraying Ahsoka in live-action. And and now she has this show, Ahsoka. Of course, it has Rosario Dawson playing the lead role. And it's basically a Rebels extension, like a Rebels season 5 or season 4 or season 5. But now it's a live action Rebels. And if you guys haven't watched Rebels, I highly recommend it. It was a great show. This is good animated Star Wars. I thought the Clone Wars was good as well. Those were 2 A+ animated series. And Rebels, you get introduced to a lot of new characters that you're seeing in this show as well. So, man, this show is so good. It started off a little slow. I kind of thought like, oh man, Ahsoka, she's like a mom character now instead of like this, incredible Jedi warrior. But as the show has progressed, you're seeing her kind of get mean. And I love it. It's awesome. This last episode was incredible. There are possibly spoilers in this, so if you don't want to get spoiled on things that happen in the show, maybe come back and watch this after. But there's a coworker that I have that we both like Star Wars, and he hadn't seen episode 4 or 5 yet of Ahsoka, and he was asking, well, was it any good? Because I was caught up to episode 5, and I told him, I don't want to spoil anything, but I think this is the best Star Wars stuff we've gotten since the original trilogy, and I'm standing by that. It is really good and very Star Wars feel to this show, and it doesn't hurt that I'm a big fan of the Ahsoka character, and I liked Rebels, so I'm definitely the target audience for this show. I mean, it's so good. There's a couple things here and there. They're like, that's kind of cheesy. But, I mean, what show doesn't have a thing or two that's cheesy here and there? So, man, where do you start with reviewing the show? Like, Hayang, I will probably say Hu Yang, the droid. We got to see him in Clone Wars, and I don't know if he was in Rebels or not, but man, one of the best on-screen droids that we've ever had. I mean, I'm talking up there with 3PO, R2-D2. Hu Yang is fantastic. David Tennant does the voice acting for Hu Yang, and man, he's quickly becoming my all-time favorite droid in Star Wars. Just fantastic. We have Sabine Wren, who was in Rebels, of course. The actress that plays her is doing a great job. I love that. Okay, so I thought at first that this is a spoiler. Ahsoka, this is her Padawan at this point. She's been training Sabine Wren to be a Jedi. But whenever you first hear about this in the story, you're like, man, she didn't seem like she was a Jedi in Rebels, so how are they making this jump? Well, they're making this jump and showing you that she is, even though she's been trained as a Jedi, she does not have like the typical Jedi skills. And that makes sense to me, because I didn't feel like that she should just all of a sudden be like this super force sensitive person. And it really makes me wonder why Ahsoka would be training her, because she doesn't have a lot of those abilities. But I guess, we know she's an awesome warrior. She's a Mandalorian, and she wielded the Darksaber. And so she already has skills of using a light sword, as you might say. And she comes into battle with this Sith-like or Dark Jedi in the show. By the way, love that character, Shin, fantastic. Also, Baylan, Ray Stevenson playing Baylan, kind of like an older Dark Jedi type character that used to be a Jedi. Man, he's fantastic too. There are so many fantastic characters in this show. And my tie-in to cards is that Topps is going to put out an Ahsoka set. Definitely probably do one for each season. So, man, I'm so in on a top set of the Ahsoka series. Now, just look at the potential you have for autographs in this set. You have Hayden Christensen, who, spoiler, he shows up and is the best Anakin I've ever seen him play. I mean, I loved Anakin Skywalker from the Clone Wars. He felt like Anakin to me. I know I like Hayden Christensen and everything, but his character in the prequels was kind of whiny, more whiny than I thought he should have been. And of course, the writing was not that good in those shows. But man, he comes across as the Anakin that I wanted to see on screen in the Ahsoka series. Wow. Hayden Christian is crushing it as Anakin Skywalker. Just fantastic. I hope we see some more of him in this series. But yeah, you have Hayden Christensen. You got Rosario Dawson. I mean, these are people that could potentially have autographs in this Ahsoka set. You've got live action Hera, which that actress is doing a fantastic job also. You've got Jason Sindula, who at first is like, okay, you know, another child actor that's going to be annoying in these shows. He's not. He's really good, and I really like his character in the show, and he's playing a very key role. He's the son of Kanan Jarrus and Hera, and he could potentially have autos in this set. You could have the Sabine Wren actress. I'm telling you right now, the Sabine Wren and Hera autos are going to be hot. They're going to be well sought after autos, and I don't know if Topps has Ray Stevenson stickers to be able to do Ray Stevenson autos, but because he sadly has passed away since this show was made. But I mean, if they can somehow get hold of some Ray Stevenson stickers and do autos of his character also, just unbelievable. And then the Shin character, that's going to be a hot autograph too. There's shows like Book of Boba Fett where they had one or two characters that you really care about, and then a bunch of like characters that aren't real pivotal to the show. And so when that set came out, there was not that many real Chase autographs. This set's going to be loaded with Chase autographs. I mean, Alan Tennant, he could do autographs for Hu Yang. That's going to be hot. Yeah, I can't wait. And there's, the sketches are going to be incredible. If they Topps needs to get back to doing more sketches per product. But anyway, guys, in the comments below, are you guys loving the Ahsoka show, or do you think it's just terrible Disney Star Wars storytelling? I love it. I cannot wait for we have episode 6 today. I cannot wait. When I get home from work, I'm going to be tuning in and seeing the next chapter. We're going into a new galaxy right now. All the Star Wars movies you've seen so far and shows, they've been in a galaxy far, far away. We're going to a brand new galaxy this week. I cannot wait to see what they do with it. It's just great. I cannot wait for a Topps Ahsoka set. I cannot wait to see how this season goes. So many possibilities for this show. They're gonna have to do a season 2. I mean, there's so much here that they can build on. This is a great job by Dave Filoni, who's I'm sure has a huge design on this show. Great job by the writing has been good. The special effects for a TV show have been really good. I'm loving it. A+, the best stuff I think since the original trilogy. What do you guys think in the comments? Now, can they screw this up? Yes. They can end up making this show terrible. Book of Boba Fett was really good, starting to get really good on the next to last episode, the penultimate episode, and then the finale was just not good. So they have time to ruin this, but right now, chef's kiss. I love it. All right, thank you for watching. Stay tuned for more videos. Later.